Oh, that is a hard bar. I've heard of don't idolize marriage, but don't idolize singleness either. Neither should be taking your focus. Boaz comes not to seek Ruth, but instead to a Ruth who is obedient and faithful to God. That is a bar, Delkery. And in all honesty, like I joke around a lot with it because I feel like everyone else is joking around with it, and I love a good bit. But in all honesty, a lot of times people would say, "Oh, I'm lonely," and the reality is that loneliness doesn't leave with relationship or marriage. Feeling insecure doesn't leave with a relationship, and the reality is we can't put these things in someone else because that's too much pressure even in a relationship alone. We put these things in God, and like it's only in God that we can truly and fully like find ourselves. And so much we want to put that identity in someone else, and the reality is that no one else makes us complete other than God, and we should be complete and they should be complete, and we should come together and do some great things. And when we're not complete, we should have grace for each other at the end of it all. Like in both in being single, because the reality is that even if you are married, one day you're gonna die, and one day it shouldn't be your full identity. And so many people are married and they lose their identity and they lose themselves in their relationship, and then they forget about their hobbies, they forget about their dreams, they forget about even God's purpose for their lives because they're so focused and wrapped up in a false identity of who they are to someone else and not who God has made them to be. And I think it's so important, no matter whether you're married or you're single, it's so important for you to hold your identity in yourself and in who God has called you to be, and in your purpose, and in that, and just appreciate both your time as singleness. Like right now I have so much that I could do so much because I'm not married. Like I don't have kids right now to like be like, newborns, that I should be taking care of or anything. Like I'm single and I'm enjoying that. But also when that does happen, I also enjoy that as well. And even if it comes with different challenges. So just, and I feel like people think that this feeling of lacking will go away when you get married. And the reality is it won't. You just you'll feel alone in a marriage. And it doesn't matter how much the other person does for you. You will never feel like it's enough because the other person was never the problem in the first place. You just felt like you were lacking yourself. So you have to find your identity and your healing and your purpose and your lack of insecurity. You have to find your identity in God, because it's never going to be, no person is ever going to satisfy that. No person is ever going to be Jesus. No person is ever going to be enough. And that's why it says don't idolize that, because no idol will ever come close to the satisfaction of our soul, like that our soul satisfies than God itself. So that's where I'm at. Apply it. No, yeah. And I joke around a lot with it, but I'm like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, that's right.